Welcome to Tech Help Canada, where businesses come to support their growth. Today we're diving into a fascinating topic: what Warren Buffett thinks of gold. This video is based on an article published by NASDAQ, highlighting some key quotes and insights from Buffett himself. Let's explore his views on gold and why he remains skeptical about this precious metal. Warren Buffett, the legendary investor and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, has always been clear about his stance on gold. Despite his formidable reputation as an investor, with a net worth of nearly $134 billion, Buffett has never been a fan of gold. His approach to value investing, which involves picking undervalued stocks, doesn't align with the characteristics of gold. Let's dive into some of his most notable quotes on the subject. In his 2011 letter to shareholders, Buffett outlined his thoughts on gold, stating, "Gold has two significant shortcomings, being neither of much use nor procreative. True, gold has some industrial and decorative utility, but the demand for these purposes is both limited and incapable of soaking up new production. Meanwhile, if you own 1 ounce of gold for an eternity, you will still own 1 ounce at its end." Buffett categorizes gold as an asset that will never produce anything, and buyers are inspired not by what the asset can produce, but by the belief that others will desire it more in the future. This perspective has drawn criticism from gold advocates who argue that gold's value lies in its role as a safe haven during crises. During a 2009 episode of CNBC's Squawk Box, Buffett shared another memorable quote about gold. "I have no views as to where gold will be in the next 5 years, but the one thing I can tell you is it won't do anything between now and then, except look at you." He contrasted this with stocks like Coca-Cola and Wells Fargo, which generate money. Buffett's analogy likens gold to a goose that just sits there, as opposed to a goose that lays eggs, emphasizing his belief in productive assets over inert ones. In 2011, on CNBC's Squawk Box, Buffett elaborated further on his views. What if an asset like gold, for example, basically gold is a way of going long on fear, and it's been a pretty good way of going long on fear from time to time. But you really have to hope people become more afraid in the year or 2 years than they are now. And if they become more afraid, you make money. If they become less afraid, you lose money. But the gold itself doesn't produce anything. Buffett sees gold as a bet on fear, noting that its value increases when people are anxious about the future. He compares holding gold to owning a massive, non-productive asset, like all the farmland in the US plus several major companies, and still having money left over. For Buffett, productive assets will always outweigh non-productive ones like gold. Despite his known aversion to gold, Berkshire Hathaway surprised many by investing in Barrick Gold in the second quarter of 2020. This move led to speculation that Buffett might have changed his stance on gold. However, the investment was relatively small compared to Berkshire's other holdings, and the position was exited after just 2 quarters, capitalizing on gold's price bump during the COVID-19 crisis. This brief investment likely reflected a strategic move rather than a fundamental shift in Buffett's philosophy. It underscores the difference between investing in a gold mining company and investing directly in gold itself. While Berkshire Hathaway's brief investment in Barrick Gold raised eyebrows, it doesn't signify a change in Warren Buffett's long-standing views on gold. Buffett remains steadfast in his belief that gold lacks utility and productivity. His investment strategy continues to focus on assets that generate value over time. Thank you for tuning in to Tech Help Canada. If you found this video insightful, please like and subscribe. For more detailed insights, check out the article on NASDAQ. Until next time, keep innovating and pushing beyond your limits.